to an all-new layered Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. So you probably heard the news about Pokemon Sword and Shield by now, but in case you didn't, I am here to inform you of said news. I'll just get straight to the point, okay? Because I know a lot of you have already heard, okay? The new Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield, won't let you catch all of the Pokemon. I'm not going to bore you with any quotes or sources or any of those things, just believe me, okay? You can't. Journalism at its finest. The result of this decision by a Pokemon or Game Freak, whoever you want to count, the people who are creating the game, has led to an all-out baby rage tantrum from the entire Pokemon community. Again, just believe me when I say these things, okay? There are tweets and quotes I could put up here to show you, but you know, I don't really feel like it. Maybe my editor will. Hey, editor, if you're watching this, go ahead, put the sources up. I honestly don't care if you don't, all right? Anyway, that's it. That's all the news I have for this episode. You've just been laid. No, but really, like, that's basically what's happening. I know it sounds like it's more convoluted because there's a lot of drama happening, but this is all that's happening. So, as a PokeTuber and one of the main Pokemon ambassadors of the community, greater than both Shofu and Verlisify combined, I feel like it's my responsibility to put my 2 cents into the basket. But to be honest, I think, and this is not on purpose, but I think a lot of people won't like my opinion on this matter, but that's never stopped me before, so I'll just say it. I think the entire situation right now is being completely blown out of proportion. I do. I really do. I think we live in an outrage culture where there's always gotta be something to be mad at, you know? Like someone or something must be receiving our outrage at any given moment. If there's not a moment where we are as people pitchforking something, then I feel like we have to create it because that's just who we are. Maybe that's just humans in general, actually. This probably isn't anything new. But I feel like even when we get something good, you know, like when we get Banjo and Smash, or we get something good, you know, it's always something bad that comes along with it. Someone will find some way to hate something that is actually pretty cool. But look, okay, let's look at this specific situation from a neutral point of view. The guys over at Game Freak are basically limiting the amount of Pokemon you can catch in Pokemon Sword and Shield to just the Galagar Dex. Basically, think of the first Pokemon game where you were only limited to 150. For the Kanto region, it's gonna be the same thing with this game, just these guys. What is the reason? There's a lot of, you know, talk about why. You know, some people are saying it's because of the graphics. Some people are saying it's because it's going to take too much work to do. But then, you know, hackers are basically saying, nah, it's just repeats from Pokemon X and Y, so it shouldn't take that long. I don't know. There's a lot of things being said, but it's mainly due to the fact that at this point, there are, I don't know, over 700 different Pokemon now. They're getting really close to 1,000. So somehow, the explanation is that we just have too many fucking Pokemon. Immediately you think, well, that's dumb because isn't the whole motto of the series that you gotta catch them all, right? So like, now I can't? So now what? So then the question is why? Why are they doing this? Short answer, my guess is they just don't feel like it, okay? They make so much money off all of their different products. They're just like, okay, you know, we don't really feel like putting all these goddamn Pokemon in this game. Like, I feel like that's the actual reason that they're not going to say, but yeah. But since we can't take their word for it and we can't know for sure, let me just list a few reasons why this is not such a bad thing. You're not gonna like some of them, but let me just hear me out. Number 1, does every Pokemon game have to include all of the Pokemon? Just a question, okay? Just, you know, does it? I'd say nah, it doesn't. In fact, none of the games have included all of the Pokemon. If you think about it, like big brain, as long as more Pokemon continue to exist without our knowledge, then none of the Pokemon games will ever allow you to catch them all. Ain't that some shit? Your whole life is a goddamn lie. Number 2, if the game only takes place in a specific region, does every Pokemon need to be made available? Technically, if you catch all the Pokemon in said region, you have caught them all in a way, you know, in a sense. You know, I'm just saying technically kinda, but not really, but sorta? Okay, those are stupid reasons. Number 3, what's really more important here, okay, guys? Being able to catch a Pidgey or a Rattata or a Spearow, or Pokemon companies putting their time into making an actual good Pokemon game? I'd say the latter. Personally, I can do without Nidoran female not being in what is otherwise known as a well-made Pokemon game. By the way, the only reason why I'm naming Gen 1 Pokemon is because I'm assuming most people are familiar with these Pokemon. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm a filthy Gen 1er. I'm gonna just say it, okay? I only played 30 minutes of Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's it. I got bored. I tried my damnedest to play that game, but oh my god, it was It was difficult. I thought maybe it was because I'm getting older and maybe that has something to do with it, but apparently a lot of people agree that the game was kind of doo-doo. So for me, I'd much rather play a really well-designed Pokemon game with 150 Pokemon than a piece of garbage Pokemon with 1,000 Pokemon with exclusive animations and Dynamax transformations taking up the majority of their time to make the game. But that's just me. Number 4, do you guys realize like the slippery slope we'll fall into, right? Like you guys see that, right? Like if we continue to make new Pokemon, then the Pokedex is just going to keep getting larger and larger and larger 10 years from now, we'll have a Pokemon game and expect them to make 1,500 high quality Pokemon and unique animations. Like it's going to get to the point where it's kind of ridiculous. And to be honest, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm just spitballing some of the things off the top of my head, but I also get the disappointment. Pokemon has this new cloud-based service where you can transfer all of your Pokemon from any Pokemon game into basically any other Pokemon game, except you can't with the new one because again, they're saying it's limited. So it sucks if you have Pokemon from other games that you want to transfer over to your Switch, you know, that does suck. I get it. But I don't know. I just feel like most people don't have their priorities straight. You know, like at the end of the day, don't we just want to enjoy playing Pokemon again? Like the joy of playing Pokemon was, okay, I'm not going to try to enforce my rules or laws of Pokemon on here, but I feel like it was never based upon the necessity of every single Pokemon being included in the game. Am I right or am I missing something here? Plus, we all know how this new marketing strategy works, guys. Like, come on, fool me once, can't get fooled again. We all know that the new marketing meta is to release something that is incomplete or just inherently just, you know, bad. Then we, the audience, yell about it, giving the company free marketing. Then they quote unquote fix it either before release or a little bit afterwards, usually as some form of paid DLC, in which we, the internet, all cried tears of joy and victory for being able to persuade gaming companies to do quote unquote the right thing. We've seen it with a lot of things recently. We've seen it with the whole Sonic thing, like the whole Mortal Kombat thing. We just see people just, you know, crying out about it and then just changing things to what is the standard, and then we praise them for it. Here's my opinion. 9 times out of 10, Pokemon Sword and Shield will eventually make it so we can have access to all of the Pokemon. I don't care who told you otherwise. I don't care if it's the president of Nintendo. They're all liars, okay? They're going to do whatever makes them money, and that will make them money. Therefore, eventually they will do said thing. TLDR, you'll get what you want either earlier or later. Also, apparently there are like people boycotting the game. Like, I mean, like, bruh, like, I get it. You do you. I get it. Okay, you do your peaceful protest, but just realize your actions will have absolutely zero impact. Okay, did you not get the memo during E3 2019? Pokemon is taking over the world. They've already taken over your day with Pokemon Go. Now they're going to take over your night with Pokemon Sleep. You can't escape. While you avoid paying $60 for a new Pokemon game, Nintendo will have zapped thousands and thousands of hours from millions of people around the world, profiting off tiny microtransactions that occur along the process. Like, you're entitled to be angry and to play the game in the way that you want. By all means, I'm not knocking that, okay? Play the game the way that you want, however you want. If you don't like the game, then don't buy it, okay? But I just wish we could all be angry about the most important thing, and that's like a high quality Pokemon game. Like, if we're going to be angry, I just I want it to be focused on the quality of the game actually being fun to play and not so much regardless of how many Pokemon there may or may not be in it. Like, if the game is fucking good, then who cares? Let's start with that first. Let's get the basics mastered first before we start crying over not being able to use Voltorb or coughing. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this episode. Late Omni, you've just been late. Tell me what you guys think about the whole fiasco in the comments below. I'm not trying to downgrade how you guys feel, but at the same time I am. Like, I mean, like, big picture, is it really that serious? Pokemon makes a fantastic game without all the Pokemon in it. Are you really going to be that mad? Like, I'm just curious. Like if the game is like A tier, A+, they finally made a new good ass game, Pokemon Sword and Shield, doesn't have all the Pokemon in it. Are you that mad? Are you still mad? I'm just curious, because if that's you, then all right, you know, like, but agree to disagree, I guess. Anyway, I'll smell you later, buttholes. I'm going to play some Dragon Quest because apparently this game is the shit in Japan, and I stand anything Japan stands. So like the weeb that I am, I must conform and learn of the culture. I'll see you guys on the next episode. I do hope that you were drinking water while watching or listening to this video. And if you weren't, I do hope you grab yourself a nice tall pint size of H2O to keep your body nice and fresh and healthy and hydrated. And last but not least, if you sat down and listened to this entire rant, hey, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you haven't already. Share it with somebody. I'll see you guys on the next episode. I already said that. I said it again. Have an awesome day.